Damn it, Ben Affleck, you're not helping people with this Batman argument by being in this movie. Knew you had to go and fuck up once, man.
I didn't want to say nothing, but I won't say nothing.
Don't worry, the internet will.
That being said, I don't think this movie's going to do anything to hurt Ben Affleck. He's probably the best thing in it. So,
Yeah, that's not good either.
That's not hard when you're working with Justin Timberlake.
See, I don't think he was that terrible either, man. This is one of those movies where, and I'm just going, because I don't know what I can really say about this movie because
You already seen it.
That's right. You've seen it.
It's put together from other movies you've seen that were awesome
a billion times.
This managed to not be awesome.
It's one of those thrillers that just doesn't have the
Thrills
behind. Just doesn't have the suspense to carry it because everything you've seen. I mean, it moves quick and it's short. It comes under about an hour and a half, but. I mean, still, that's kind of the thing that hurts it. It's moving so fast and it's so predictable, and as fast as it's going, you're already about 10 steps ahead of it.
Right.
So it's like, all right, man, don't hate it, don't love it, don't forget about it.
It's just there.
It's utilitarian. It's not bad or good, really, but it serves its purpose. It's like the 99-cent menu at Taco Bell. You don't really enjoy it, but you're glad you had it and it was was over fast.
Hold on now. Come on now.
Yeah. Don't throw us in that shit.
I go out of my way for that.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm getting.
Much.
Yeah, with Taco Bell.
That's some gourmet shit, man.
Tasty
Are we
shit.
being sponsored by Taco Bell now? Sorry.
Maybe.
Tacos Locos forever, all right?
We are sponsoring Taco Bell right after this review. Take my ass right over there, getting a 99-cent bean burrito.
Making a run for the border.
Yeah.
My fingers going to be full of Doritos.
What are you talking about? You got clouds coming off your fingers right now from that goddamn cheese powder they got on those tacos, man.
That's right.
Snort that shit.
Yeah, that's your cocaine. But man, here,
Can't believe you fucked up my
it's just,
metaphor.
and plus this movie's just silly in some parts too, man. I mean, maybe okay, you can correct me. Maybe I'm looking too deep into this, but if I got this right. So Justin Timberlake plays a student at Princeton. And
Already.
Yeah, see, that, it's just fine.
Already fucked it up.
Okay, I had to laugh at this right off the bat because he's like playing a student at Princeton, like a college student who just got out of high school, even though he's about 30 years old.
Okay, well, I would give you that because in the movie he did say that he was on Wall Street, the market crash.
He had
It's
a job.
Yeah, so he had a job. It actually looked like he was doing well. And he lost his money, so I can give him that he went back to school.
Yeah, he's going back for his master's.
Yeah,
as they
so
say.
I can get that, but to make money, I guess he's pushing people to gambling sites, telling them where to go, where to gamble, not really being involved. He still hands off, just says, hey, go here and you make some money. Well, of course, the school looks down on that. They say, hey, listen, you got to stop right now. He's like, oh, but that's my job. They say, oh, so what? Go get a fucking job. You know?
But it's one of those like, I can't afford to go here if I keep doing that. Well, you can't keep doing that, so I guess you can't go.
Well, this movie keeps shoving this poor bastard in between a rock and a hard place, doesn't it?
Yeah. Shit, go there and serve me my 99-cent burritos at Taco Bell. Shit, do something. But so that night he says, all right, I ain't got a job no more. I'm a betting man. I'm just going to take my whole fucking life savings right here that I need for school and just bet it all playing poker. He loses it. The site that he's playing on, he says, wait a minute, these numbers don't add up like I lost. This is a cheat going on here. So even though he has no money, he gets a ticket to Costa Rica.
I couldn't figure that out either.
Yeah, and for a hotel flight, and decides to just work his way into a party so that he can meet the head of this website, who is played by Ben Affleck.
No, wait, if I may, since you guys stopped me before, he might not have lost all his money.
Well, we did.
He lost a significant amount. Like people say, I lost all my money. They don't mean I lost all of it, but you start with 17,000, you will it down to 2.
When you have a look on your face that says, that means you lost.
$2,000 means that you ain't even taking one more class at Princeton.
Yeah, you're going to have that same look on your face.
I'm just going to tell you right now, that's the look of still. Go get a fucking job. You don't go and take a chance by saying, no, I'm just going to walk up to one of the richest guys in Costa Rica, probably on the planet, and just say, hey, you cheated me out my money. I want my money back.
That was a hard pill to swallow in this movie, just to have these characters interact. I'm like, really?
Well, because it takes a certain degree of naivete on the Justin Timberlake's part that, for one, this guy, look, I believe he's honest. He's just a businessman.
Right.
Yeah. He's going to want to know that I can show him solid proof that someone on his site is cheating the customers. He's going to know he's going to respect me for it. You're like, God, you really are a dumbass, aren't you?
A guy running a site from Costa Rica.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this the guy? What do you want?
My name's Richie First. I was cheated on your site, Midnight Black.
If I had $1 for every bad gambler who lost money on my site and turned around and claimed they got cheated, I wouldn't need a site.
These numbers are -3 sigma. That means they fall substantially below the standard deviation. Could have gone to the internet forums, chat rooms, exposed the whole thing, but I didn't. Brought it to you.
I'm just gonna go there, and here's the funny thing about it, because now this is one of those dumb movies. Well, I don't like to give a lot of details, but it's one of those dumb movies you just gotta laugh about. You see him in his room, and he's got a setup. Again, how the fuck he got all this, I don't know, but I guess that equipment's cheap in Costa Rica. But he's got it there. He's putting stuff in water or some sort of chemical. He's taking ink off paper. This was like some high shit about to happen. Yeah. He did all that just to write a note.
I know.
To put it to the camera and say, "You stole my money."
I kept going, you know what? You can go to like any drugstore right now and go where they sell the Crayolas with the invisible ink and just do the same thing this guy
they
did.
would have like searched him for pens before he came into the party.
It was just a party.
Why not just write it down with a Sharpie?
It was just a party.
Yeah.
They're not taking your pens away and shit. You know, I didn't get it, man. But anyway, he goes there. Ivan Block is the character that Ben Affleck plays, and of course he's charming. He says, "Look, you know what?" After he kicks him out the party, goes and has some guy muscle his ass back again, and he says, "Hey, sorry about last night for all that. Let's start over again. You know what? You showed me that my site is cheating, and I respect that, and you're good if you caught that. So listen, I went ahead and gave you your money back, put a little extra on there so you can get on with your education, so you can be a good boy and not do this shit that you did again. Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, speaking of going back, you can go back if you want, but you know what? I'm such a nice guy. I'm going to give you a job that's going to make you a multimillionaire in a matter of months. What do you think you're going to do?" Of course, Justin Timberlake says, "I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to stay." And you look at Ben Affleck and you say, all right, he's charming, but ain't a guy that's that charming. There's something wrong.
Well, yeah, especially when he makes this guy who accused him of who's basically telling him, look, your side is fucking up. He makes him all of a sudden his right hand guy. All of a sudden, I was like, really?
I need a guy like you who will tell me the truth and kick my ass every so often. Yeah. I'm making you my second in command. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: a place where this movie fails right off the bat with this. It's like so often with these kind of movies, like you say, the Devil's Advocate or The Last King of Scotland, where you have these characters, you know, the devil and Idi Amin. But they really are charming. They're seductive in the beginning. And you're like, hey, you know what? People had this guy wrong. He's actually really nice. Or this guy, he's just a little guy who's trying to help me. And then later you watch that seduction happen, and you go like, you get pulled along. You're like, oh, I totally saw this guy got taken into it, and now he's stuck. But Ben Affleck lets you know pretty much right off the bat that he's a shark and an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea of getting seduced by him is like, hey, man, if you walk into this, you're a dumbass. And I'm having a hard time feeling sorry for you.
The logic of it starts to not make any sense. You keep wondering, like, okay, what is what's the deal with this relationship that makes this guy just still want to stick around? I mean, even after the fact where he's put in harm's way so many times.
Yeah.
And, he's brought his friends into this where they're like, dude, this is just getting a little fucked up. I don't know about it. I mean, there's too many problems with this script because it felt like all over the place. There's so many times where I got lost and confused about, okay, who's trying to screw who? Because I don't even know who the real bad guy is half the time. I don't know exactly where all these plot points are going to make me feel like there's any sense of a real threat or what's going on. Because other thing is the movie throws in this whole FBI agent who just shows up to have a lot of tough guy dialogue, and then he's just gone from the movie half the time.
Yeah, who's just as much a villain, if not more, in some ways, than Ben Affleck. In fact, he pisses me off more. Because at least Ben Affleck, we know he's a criminal. There's like no question that guy's a criminal. But the FBI guy coming in and being like, man, we're going to blackmail you. We're going to beat the shit out of you. I don't care what the fuck you're going to do. You're going to give me what I want. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that guy. Someone feed that guy to the alligator.
You know what? You were just charmed by Ben Affleck. That's all. You were. You'd be that guy that would be seduced into it.
Saying, like, who would fall for that? Sorry.
I know, right? Left-hand guy right here.
Going to that party that they went to the night before with these amazing babes everywhere and people flashing money and all sorts of shit. And the next day he's like, hey, man, you want a big piece of this? And be like, look, I know that this isn't going to last for long, but yeah.
I didn't even get that party. That party looked like a rave for clowns. I guess they're kind of the same thing.
I know. You had a Ferris wheel. They had like a guy doing blow up animals. I was like, what is this?
Did you see the clown on stilts behind Justin Timberlake just jazz handed it up?
That's what's so funny. The next day, when Justin Timberlake, like, man, the party was off the hook, and Ben Affleck's like, "What? I hate that shit."
You talking about that petting zoo?
You clearly never been to a clown rave, man. That shit is off the hook. It's no control.
I don't know. I was really trying to grasp onto something to keep this movie, have me interested and pull me into some kind of like interesting dynamic between these characters or the situation itself. Like, I mean, I was waiting for oh shit moments, and that was not happening throughout this whole movie. I felt myself bored.
It kept cutting you off, almost like those last scenes of the Sopranos, where it's like, oh shit, something big's about to happen. Well, maybe not that
And it
big.
fizzles out.
Yeah.
Like they don't know how to commit to it.
Uh-oh, here comes a Scarface moment.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be bloody. This is going to be...
Oh yeah, they can't even follow through with that shit. I tell you what, man, you hit it right there when you say that these kind of movies, they need to seduce you in, make you feel like you are Justin Timberlake being drawn into it, and then pull the rug from under you.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't think Ben Affleck was that good, and at least at the beginning. And you know what? I'm a guy who's arguing for Ben Affleck. He's one of my favorite directors, and the movies that I've seen him in lately, he's been great, except for this one. I don't think he had any kind of real charisma to charm anybody into it at the beginning. He got better as it went along when he had to be more aggressive. I give him that. I like that. But everybody, I mean, the movie just doesn't pull you in, and then it doesn't give you any attention. Like I said, I mean, you see all these scenes where Justin Timberlake is going to actually, he's going to play everybody against each other and all that kind of stuff. The person I thought was good in this was Anthony Mackie. Because I thought he had some of the best dialogue.
He did.
Even though I thought he was a bit cartoonish at some points.
I think the problem with this, like with Anthony Mackie's character and even Ben Affleck's character, is that these are the two heavies and they're the most dynamic characters in the movie, and yet they aren't given dynamic stuff to do. No. Anthony Mackie's not in it enough. Mm-hmm. Ben Affleck is in it plenty. But yet they cut his balls off on every time he would do that thing that would make him really stand out, or that piece of dialogue that would make you go like, oh, wow. It always comes up short.
The movie's never threatening either.
No, it just seems like, especially when you have Ben Affleck, who's supposed to play this threatening guy at some point, where I don't know if it's just his delivery. It seemed like he was really phoning it in. I mean, truly, at the very beginning, I was like, wow, this guy is just kind of reading off a script. Because even when you're acting, you need to do something with your voice when you're supposed to be this powerful guy, where he sounded like he was just doing a normal movie interview. I mean, and he wasn't really selling me this character that he's supposed to be, not even towards the end. It seemed like he was really pushing it, where I was like thinking, man, this guy is only really great when he's directing his own shit, because I'm sure he judges himself enough to know, okay, I can't deal with this performance because it's not working. Where with this, it just seemed like he didn't have that director, for him or Justin Timberlake. This director wasn't strong enough to really have these guys command any kind of presence, especially Justin Timberlake, where he's another guy where I'm like, man, it seems like the more movies I see with him, the lesser I start to realize, like, I don't think this guy is all that good of an actor. I think he just got lucky.
Pretty much.
With, I think he got lucky with The Social Network. I mean, that's a director that knows how to direct actors, that pulled something out of him that none of these directors that he's been working with are doing at all.
That's the thing is, he's a passable actor. He's not has yet to show himself as being really good. And once again, in this, he's passable, but that's about it. There's nothing memorable about him, which is partially why for me Affleck stood out that much more, because it's like, wow, I'd much rather see Affleck right now than Timberlake. He's much more interesting in this. I don't agree with you with Affleck being bad in this. I actually enjoyed him in it, but I do agree the problem with his character is with the director, who does in fact cut the balls off every scene he's in. I mean, if you're making a cartoon that we've all seen before, which is what this movie is, then, and if Ben Affleck's going to be chewing the scenery anyway, give him a chance to really something to chew on. You keep waiting for it to build to that point where, he's going to take a chainsaw to somebody or something, or totally freak out. And it just never really happens. He never goes past a certain degree of, I mean, even the scene, you've seen the trailer, someone's going to get fed to a crocodile at some point. The moment, that's the fucking gun in an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Once you've seen it, it's going to get used, right? Yeah. Early on in the movie, when he has alligators, you're like, oh shit. But even that scene is like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, man. If this movie, with so many stupid things that you need larger than life characters, it can work.
Yeah, no, that's what it needed.
Everybody has one type of fucking character to play, and they play just as bland as they can. Ben Affleck, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, I agree. He should have got somebody else than Justin Timberlake. I mean, he's all right, but I don't think he's, I don't think he can carry a movie like this. Jenna Arterton, is that what? She's just walking around being pretty,
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie just yelling. Crocodiles, just
smacking,
just eating chicken. I mean, everybody just
eating chicken.
they ain't even eating people. They had one fucking thing to do, and they couldn't even do that.
Really? Because I thought Crocodile number 3 was magnificent.
He was the Ben Affleck of the crocodile.
The one who's shooting the gun.
He's holding the whole production together. and of course, these movies they follow a pattern, and it's like, okay, we got your young plucky hero he's down for the count, everything's against him. Oh, but he thinks his way out of it. And then the way he does, it just comes so conveniently out of nowhere.
They don't even explain really how they do it.
No, they don't.
But you know what? Maybe I missed something because I'm saying I don't either understand this or what I'm looking at is so fucking easy to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're like, the movie just goes, you know what, don't worry about it. He was been planning this for a while. He's smarter than any of you guys
Smarter
are.
than the average
just
bear.
assume that this is what happened and it worked, so don't worry.
Yeah,
You know what's
he's a
hard,
complete dumbass until an hour and 10 minutes into the movie.
What's really hard to swallow, though, is this entire premise of online gambling, where they were trying to make the casino movie of online gambling, and it just kind of failed miserably because I'm like these dynamic shots of the camera circling these guys while Justin Timberlake is trying to win money, where all his friends are like, "Oh man, you got him! Oh, how do you turn? Why do you turn his cards just down? What's going on?" And they're trying to make these scenes like. It's a guy looking at his fucking computer.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, it's like, you please, maybe set this stuff in a real fucking casino with real men, with motherfuckers that really know what they're doing. I mean, you're putting all your stock into a computer screen with cards that aren't even fucking real.
You think that's
I mean,
exciting?
how do you not realize you're fucking getting cheated somewhere?
You
I
think
don't
that's
get it.
exciting? Wait till the World of Warcraft movie comes out.
And you got Ben Affleck playing a bad guy internet computer guy. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everybody has something to do that did not deliver on what they should have done, including you talk about casino. They even had the generic asshole at the craps table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who should have got his ass beat? We're waiting for one of the thugs to come in, or one of the bodyguards, or the heavies to come in and break his arm or something. And the guy just, he's talking some crazy shit at the table. I'm gonna take that pool stick and stick it up your ass. I'm like, oh, see, that's where you messed up.
I know.
Oh well, when they beat your ass, that's gonna be it.
Here comes Ben Affleck pretending to be Batman.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And instead, he just says, he throws a bad roll. Well, I've had enough of this tonight. Let's go, baby. And I'm like, wait a minute, you gonna beat his ass?
Yeah, and the only line you get is like, "Hey, pal, always remember, house always wins."
Yeah, that's it. You say some stupid shit to him like that.
Well, he didn't think of a good comeback till the guy had left already.
Yeah. I mean, that's when the guy he'd already gone.
already gone, been gone.
It's like, one fucking thing.
Yeah. Hey, man, you forgot that the house already.
Well, he knows. Yeah.
Hey, could we send an email to his room?
He's talking to people that after that guy's gone.
You saw what I was going to say, right?
I told him, didn't I? Yeah, shit, I know, man.
Yeah, who talks shit now?
My man a drink on me. Yeah.
He's just trying to impress Jim Arterton. Who's like, for some reason, impressed. Even we're like, what? That was a fucking total bonehead thing he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Luck got him out of it. Why are you impressed with that? In fact, Arterton, like every tertiary character in this film, is only there to move the plot, such as it is, along. Even the main character's father shows up at one point, does what he's supposed to do to get the plot moving along, and then is never seen again for the entire rest of the film.
The guy's father?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that's not true.
That's not true.
He appears in that scene midway through the
No,
film.
no,
and
no.
then we don't
That's
see him
that.
again.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, look, I ain't gonna blame
I
you if
didn't
you
go
did.
to
I mean,
the-
believe me, it ain't worth
Don't worry,
it.
it ain't worth it. We ain't yeah, it's
didn't
not a
fall
point
asleep.
against you.
Maybe you did.
Maybe
you
I
didn't
was
know
gonna
it.
say, yeah,
Maybe you
maybe you
spaced out.
it's possible I spaced out.
And I don't blame you.
Because it got pretty boring there. towards
This
the
is
end.
the movie to
It'd be easy
space out to.
for your mind to wander into a much better movie that's just like
Yeah.
this.
Exactly.
Either way, he was a utilitarian character at best, as was almost everybody in this. Everybody's very one-dimensional. They're all based on characters we've seen in better movies.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? It passes the time, is what this movie
Yeah,
does. And it's entertaining for a bad movie, but it's still a pretty bad movie.
Yeah, I mean, this movie just saying, all right, yeah, y'all get it. Okay, come on, let's go to the next thing. The movie doesn't care. Okay, either. It's
Could have been based on Uno.
Oh, be quiet.
Important.
Somebody might be listening.
The World Tournament of Uno.
That's some seedy shit, my friend. Be careful.
Yeah, now that underworld right there.
Reverse! No! Lost everything!
In the game with the stakes are high.
It's been years since I played Uno. I don't even know what you're talking about. I used to.
Just scream
reverse
Uno.
Man, I don't remember.
Oh man, you ready to go out and somebody plays a reverse? Like, God damn it! You have to sit there and act like it don't affect you. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
That was my game. That and Go Fish.
See, I've seen some motherfuckers get shanked playing some Go Fish.
What? You go fish, motherfucker.
But
yeah, man.
This means war. Let's play war instead.
Yeah, it's a rental, man.
yeah. I mean, I would go so far as to give it a high rental because at times it was entertaining, but this would be entertaining to like young kids or just new people who haven't seen the movies that it's aping that are better than
That we have.
if you're an infant.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I also had to laugh at the fact, like when Ben Affleck, like it wasn't enough for him to be an online casino loan shark. I guess it's not. I mean, card shark. But they started by the end, they started saying, oh yeah, he's also involved in this and child pornography and human trafficking. They just kept adding charges onto him, just like making more of a badass. But yeah, one of the things about the movie, it's you said it earlier. It's so short, and that's a blessing and a curse because it's so short. It's just like it's not around long enough for you to care. But then, if you start to get bored, next thing you look up, it's done. Yeah, it's just a rental. I mean, maybe even a high rental, but rental.
I think I liked it a little better than you guys did, but not by a huge amount. I found it passably entertaining until it had outstayed its welcome. When you're like, look, I knew how this was going to wrap up 20 minutes ago. Let's just get to it already. Excuse me.
Yeah, that movie really got to you, didn't you?
All choked up. I thought some of the cinematography was actually pretty good in this. I enjoyed some of the camera work in it quite a bit.
In the beginning.
Yeah, well, it's more so in the beginning than later on, but there was some pretty impressive shots that were going on early on. I liked some of the editing that was in it with a visual sense. And like I said, despite myself, I liked Ben Affleck in it. They just the script didn't develop his character as much as they should have for the type of movie it was. Still, though, like I said, there's no surprises here of any kind, so I'm just going to give it a high rental.
Yeah.
Still.
You know what? Before you start, I was going to say I finally saw The Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, you did?
I like
that's
that
a great
one.
movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a great movie. Too bad it's the same director that did this.
Oh, it's
No
really?
shit.
Well, they
Yeah.
must not have been the same writer then.
No,
No, I guess not.
no. That was adapted from a great book, apparently. So this wasn't.
I'm assuming not.
So I found it pretty damn boring. I mean, yeah, as far as the performances, I mean, this movie just screams as mediocre as you can possibly get. And yeah, you're better off watching something else. I mean, I'm being nice when I'm giving it a rental. But yeah, I mean, that's all it is to me, is a rental. I mean, I'm going to forget this movie. I mean, honestly, I've already forgotten it. No reason for me to ever see this again.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason to see this is to see how much Batman's going to suck. Nah, I'm kidding.
Please don't feel that.
I'm kidding.
Thank you, Corey. I paid you good money to say that.
Fire! The internet's on fire.
You let me walk right into it, Ivan.
This is your job. You want a clear conscience? Go start a charity. But if you want your own island and your boss says you got to go out there and take a beating, go out there, take it, come back to work and say, do you need me to do it again?
You have 48 hours. Get us the evidence on block.
What I have to do to get out of this, I can't do it alone.
You know I'm with you.
Those are crocodiles.
You know, at the casino when they give you chips, they say good luck, sir.
They don't tell you that sir means dummy. Good luck means...
What are you gonna do?